差して光ゴートのプに染み渡って悲しみを誰か壊してどうも名を引いたみんなはファイトない霊現少女は輝いた名もなき星の一つになったようとなった結果ただそれを見てた何もかもなくなれ
Good evening and welcome back to the Dwarven Fortress of Shoot Test, where I have been commissioned by my mountain homes to produce as many goblets as I can, or at least they've told me that they'll pay well over the odds for any goblets I can sell them in a year's time when they come back. So yes, we still have the merchants actually sitting around here. I've been exploring the user interface a bit while I've been away, so I'm not quite as lost as I was. So one thing we have is that I found, which is relevant, is the world map, which shows us things that aren't just the area around our fortress. But yes, I don't know why it has a yellow background. That bit I don't understand.
Always playing Yellow World.
Thank you. Yes. So. This is, I know, among other things, where we can find out what's been going on in the world and where we can cause things to happen relating to the world. What does that button do? Is that the... Oh, right, that allows me to have... Not that I can move this thing, I can just fold it up if I really want to.
No shady. I thought Swordfish did that.
macOS System 7.5 or thereabouts. Anyway, I don't think I need to see that again. But we are there, Dwarven Fortress of Shoot Test. Can I scroll this map around? I can, yes. The eviscerated hills are just to the northeast, and the hills northwest. Yes, the eviscerated hills to the northwest and the hills of attacking to the southeast. We're on the boundary of the. We're actually on the boundary of the hills of attacking and the dune of dispersal, which lies between the hills of attacking and the eviscerated hills, and also on the edge of the Sea of Mines.
Between those two hills says, let's get out of here.
Yes. We are here in part to be reasonably close to the dark goblin pits of Malice Scrapes. Malice Scraps, yes. With whom we are currently at peace, though I rather suspect this won't last very long. But, you know, let's not provoke them while we've got 10 dwarves and they've got 30 goblins-ish. Let's not try to upgrade my other laptop to Ubuntu 24.04 while doing this stream. That will not alternate between Dwarf Fortress and Ubuntu upgrades.
Definitely will not be a part of joy. The upgrade from 404 is...
It was fine on my work laptop. Right. Right, let's just bounce my IRC over to the correct place. Right. So, yes. This does have one of these buttons caused the map to turn to a sensible colour. I wonder which one it was. Oh, the news and rumours one, which causes the background to go to black, which is a lot more sensible, and also shows people travelling around the world. It looks like, I think. Possibly. Yes, in the midsummer of 100, a group calling itself the Unseen Armours founded Hatchet Guild, the Dwarven Hillocks of Hatchet Guild. See, they got a better name than Shoot Test. After a long journey from the lands of the Orbs of Yore. The Orbs of Yore are our civilization, aren't they? Yes, we are part of the Orbs of Yore as well. But what we can look up is we can find out that the Orbs of Yore who we've now had a visit from, we know a bit about, and in particular, they have said that they will pay 192% of the going rate for goblets. We have said, please bring us battle axes and steel. We'll see if we can afford any. So we don't currently know about any other civilizations or at least have any relations with any other civilizations, because we haven't yet encountered any of them. Eventually they'll hear about us, especially about how wonderful our goblets are, and will probably come and say hello. And of course we can send people out to do things. So I could say, if I were feeling mad, let's send someone out to Malice Scraps to raid it, or to free captives, though we don't think there are any, or take treasures or so forth. Let's not. I think that would be a bad idea. Let's remove that mission before anything happens about it, because it would, I think, be a terrible idea to send any of my troops off to raid the nearby, much more populated, almost undoubtedly better armed and better armoured goblin pits. So, what other things was I going to say? Oh yes, I had a look at things we can move to the trade depot, and I noticed if we look under barrels or food, where is it? Under barrels, we do now have available a prepared food barrel, value give or take 1,000. The wiki does say prepared food is ludicrously valuable. Some players consider it an exploit to trade it. And I am kind of thinking that, I might agree with them, because it's obviously ludicrous that a bunch of fish roasts that we've made are worth an utter fortune. And possibly we should try to make things slightly difficult by not trading things that are implausibly overvalued. So my current opinion is we're not going to trade our food barrel, because that's just silly. We have to make the game a bit of a challenge. So yes, currently I think I'm not going to trade that, even though I could probably buy a load of really fun stuff from them if I did. I mean, possibly I should try to make something valuable, but maybe, I mean, the thing is, there isn't anything we really need at this point. We're not starving. The goblins are probably not going to turn up for a little while, and we do have iron. We can make iron weapons and iron clothes. Iron armour. Actually, the thing I would most like to buy is some cloth. Well, we've even got a bit of cloth, so that we can have a bit of a clothing industry. I don't think it's really worth the hassle of making your own cloth, because it involves spinning and weaving and growing the damn plants in the first place. And given how cheap cloth is, that seems a bit silly. Leather is slightly more plausible. But yeah, so I think I'm not actually going to attempt to trade anything now. So what else did I want to do? I still haven't managed to work out what's going on with how you're meant to edit armour types. Uniforms. So we can create a new uniform, and we can apply an existing uniform to this group, and we can delete uniforms, and I accidentally deleted the original metal armour uniform, which is why we've now got one that's correctly spelt. But there doesn't seem to be a way to say I would like to add another item to this uniform, because I think I should thus adjust the uniform to have everything we might ever want on it, or might ever have, so that they can yeah, there is that danger.
The states of power or something. Misalignment.
So yeah, I don't think they're too prone to doing that. And I also think I probably want to actually adjust that uniform so that it can be all of the dwarves' clothes, because they are. There is a slight danger that they'll wear an item of clothing that won't fit underneath their armour, and that would be bad. Whereas if we say, well, we could have them just wear armour. That would make them embarrassed if it turns out we can't actually get enough armour to make them decent. So probably the right thing is to say, wear a shirt and some trousers and some socks and some gloves and high boots, mail shirt, gauntlet, helm. And that way they'll at least dress themselves adequately, but in things that will definitely not stop them wearing wearing their armour, and then they'll put their armour on top if they can find it.
That might work.
So actually, let's try that. That's going to be mildly annoying, but so let's try creating metal armor 2. So that will say wear a shirt, I think.
Gear brackets solid.
Thank you for signing.
I mean, I think we could like, actually, let's see what they're wearing already at the moment. Like, what is the full set of stuff that this person has on? Because if we make what we want him to wear a subset of that, that will probably be sensible. So she, I think she, where are the pronouns in this thing? There are some. She is currently wearing trousers, tunic, gloves, socks. So let us make our new armour, our new uniform.
Lana wool gloves.
Sorry?
Lana wool gloves.
Yes.
I bet she thought I might lose those. I'll pack a spare pair.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Simon. Alpacas are different creatures from llamas. So we'll say you should wear a tunic. No, that says shirt. I meant tunic. That's better. In whatever material. And trousers and gloves and socks and a mail shirt. Now, we do have greaves and some other kind of metal trousers available, but according to the wiki, a mail shirt is long enough and high boots are high enough that they actually meet, because at least officially dwarves don't have knees or something. So I think we don't want any metal leg wear. We'll have some gauntlets. We'll have some high boots. We'll have a shield in case we can get some shields. Have I missed a helm? I think I have. Yes, there's no helm in there. Let's add a helm. And whatever weapon you want. Maybe I should make that individual choice melee, actually. Right, so tunic, trousers. See, if I can't edit this, I have to get this right first time, which just seems silly. Surely there must be a way of editing it, but the wiki won't tell me what it is. If I find it, I'll add it to the wiki. So that's probably reasonable. Confirm and save uniform. Then assign this squad the Metal Gear uniform. Right, we get a lot of extra things on the list. And now they will try to work out which of those things they can actually equip themselves with. I'm not quite sure what each of those items is. I guess those are probably high boots, gauntlets, helm. One of those is presumably the shirt and one of those is the mail shirt. Trousers, of course, that's a pair of trousers, yes. Where are the socks? Did I add socks? Did I forget socks?
Maybe those are the empty bits.
Well, let's let that squad equip themselves, and then I'll discover whether I forgot to give them socks. Right.
What's you called where you are?
I think bizarrely socks are one of the things that dwarves... Well, actually, no. I say bizarrely. Utterly traditionally, socks are a thing that dwarves really care about. So I think they actually consider themselves underdressed if they're not wearing socks. Or if they don't have something on their feet. And we don't have enough high boots at the moment, so we need them to wear socks.
I guess for Hobbit fortress, it would be a totally different matter.
Yes. Socks are also critical if, for instance, all of the floors in your fortress are full of evil forgotten beast venom.
That would never happen. etc.
Or was there someone I can't remember? And yes, I did have. I think I contributed a picture to the wiki after a Minotaur that I had locked up decided to beat people up with socks, with a note saying it's not only dwarves who really like socks, and he had this sock that had like 4 kills associated with it.
So, I mean, this is very much of the tradition that we have made socks out of a material so tough that
So, what else was I going to say? We need to make goblets. I think my plan for the goblets is to basically set up a dedicated production line of workshops that will take in metal and produce goblets at the other end, or take in ore and produce goblets at the other end. We appear to have plenty of tetrahedrite, and you can directly smelt tetrahedrite into billion, which is a reasonably valuable metal. It's not as valuable as iron, but I think we want to save our iron for making like pointy things.
Tetrahedrite sounds a little pointy.
Sadly, it's a rock, so we have to smelt it into something more metal first. But it's a copper and silver alloy, ore, and thus can be made into a copper and silver alloy.
Copper, antimony and sulfur, says here. Silver and related fragmentite is silver.
I can't explain what's going on with train tickets while I'm also trying to run the stream.
Fortresses train affairs should they ever get round to building trains, the trains will be hopelessly complicated.
Yes, but they won't have any money involved because
They will find
Dwarf Fortress does not have money.
they will find different ways to complicate matters.
Yes, I want us to build down on the mining layer, which is down here. Like, I think an actual dedicated sequence of workshops. Actually, we could dig out this way a bit and see if we get some more space. But no, let's put them in there. If we just like carve out that space there. Then that will probably be enough space. And then we can stick, fish. Everything is full of mackerel and herring. Up, south a bit. But it's the key to move. I keep getting the key for moving south wrong, but it is actually S, so I should be able to remember it. Another thing which I have learned in older Dwarf Fortress versions, you generally wanted to carve rooms out of solid rock because you couldn't engrave built walls. You could only engrave carved, dug and smoothed ones. In this version, you can engrave built walls, and built walls are actually worth more than dug ones, and you can build walls out of much more valuable materials. So I think my current plan, as far as that is concerned, is actually going to be to dig out all of this space and then build probably porcelain walls, because porcelain's quite valuable actually, and like we don't have any, you can't make weapons out of porcelain, you can't even make goblets out of porcelain, which is a bit silly. So I think we should make porcelain bricks and then build the second layer of bedrooms out of porcelain bricks. So that probably means that I just want to dig out all of these walls as well. And then make a bunch of porcelain bricks and hope we don't run out of coal. Oh, I need to dig out the walls around the rooms we haven't dug out as well. The reason I'm not just dragging out a big rectangle is that for some reason marking things for digging like this seems to cancel the marking for making a staircase, which is like annoying. Because when I'm doing this, I mostly want to mark the staircases first, because they're the thing that determines where the rooms are. Right, so that's everything marked out in a way that's going to cause me terrible confusion. Oh, yes, and then I'll build, strictly I think those aren't, oh, just dig it out and we'll build some walls later. Thank you for the herring. Yes, so that should be another bit of digging. My miner is going to be a bit busy. Maybe I should assign a second person to mining. Have we got a second pick? Stocks. Do picks have their own category? I have this vague feeling they do. No, they don't. Tools or weapons, do you think?
I'd ask you to check who you've got doing the mining, but that's just a minor detail.
Thank you. Simon. Tools. Picks are not a tool. Also, if I try to scroll things that don't have scroll bars, then the entire world goes up and down. Maybe they're weapons. I mean, you totally can use a pick as a weapon. Actually quite effective weapons. We have a spare iron pick, it looks like. Or at least there are picks around. The slight problem is this view doesn't seem to show me whether things are mine or the trade or the visiting trade caravans. So now I can see that that one's in the trade depot, which is lovely. But now I can't get back to that list to click the next one. I mean, that then moves me to the trade depot, but escape just puts me back here, unless there's like a back button somewhere. Anyway, let's assume we've got enough picks for two miners, and we'll find that they can't mine if we haven't. So I want the labour tab, and we have here the group of miners. And like Kol Shemezum is a master miner. No one else is that good at mining. Slight problem is that this doesn't tell me whether they're in the military, and I do slightly care about that. Well, oh, I've got the squad thing here though, so I can quite easily click on that, and that will tell me who's in that squad, which is good enough. So, who looks like they probably don't have much to do in our world? What's the point of a herbalist? Well, they're not even in the military, right? Here, you. Become a miner, though not exclusively a miner. And that way, when we need some mining done, 2 people will work on it. Right. So that's our kiln. Well, actually, no. Let's just ask to build. Let's use our our work orders menu and add. Make an order for. Can I just type porcelain bricks? We can say make clay bricks, and since the only clay we have is kaolinite, that should be fine. Picks aren't a tool because they're a weapon. Right, okay. Maybe I should unpause now.
A nethack pickaxe is explicitly not a weapon, in that if you wield it anyway, you get the warning you begin bashing monsters with, suggesting it's
Yes.
meant for that. Whereas a mattock is both for digging rock and a weapon.
Well, that is, after all, the dwarven pick, so that's probably what they have here.
Yes. They just don't think they need a 2-syllable name for it, because why would you want anything not like that?
Right, so we've made some. Not going to make porcelain socks. So that should now mean that they can unpause. So this lot ought to be able to assign themselves. So someone's found an Iron Mail shirt. I think we've run out of fish, of recently caught fish for now. Oh, can I save? Right, so I can save the current uniform, and I can add things to the uniform here. So yes, maybe I might not actually be able to overwrite a uniform, but I can create a new uniform that's like the existing one, but a bit better. So what are you now doing? Let's just let some time pass and have a look around and see what's going on. Right, so down here we have a miner digging out this entire area. You found some limonite. We should probably actually mine out that limonite, shouldn't we? But, oh, I can do it as, I can probably work out how to do a low priority mining job. So I can say, when you're not busy doing anything else, auto mine that limonite.
Don't worry, you're just whittering.
Right. Right, so no one is currently mining down there. Maybe I should have made that higher priority. Oh well. Do I have a job for making rock blocks? Why am I making rock blocks when I can make... Well, I suppose they don't cost coal, do they? Do we have an ongoing work order to keep making coal? No, let's add one then. Actually, Basically, whenever we have any bituminous coal kicking around, turn it into coke. But when we have lots of bituminous coal kicking around, turn it into coke. It looks like there's a coal seam around the other side of this bit of sea. Yeah. Actually, there's a coal seam up there, plus there's some tetrahedrite here. Let's set a medium-low priority auto mine both of those. We've got some damp walls here, and I'm not quite sure what those are holding back. So I'm going to be a bit cautious and not mine out all. Oh, that's damp bituminous coal, is it? Okay, let's cancel that then. That, on the other hand, is non-damp tetrahedrite. Looks like all of our kaolinite is stored in the wrong places. Oh, we probably need some more wheelbarrows, don't we? Let's make some wheelbarrows. So, do it through the job management system, because then things will work better. Now, I do not wish to forge an adamantine wheelbarrow. I'm hoping to make it out of wood. right at the bottom of the list, after like forge translucent metal wheelbarrow. There's
It's the only one that uses the verb make, so it sorts after F.
yes. yes, of course, that is actually in alphabetical order, isn't it? Hence adamantine at the top and wood at the bottom. Well, which is also make, as you say. Don't need 10 wooden wheelbarrows.
Quick, turn it down before you've already got 3.
I'm paused at the moment, it's fine. Let's get 5 wooden wheelbarrows. Because, like, we probably want one for any stone stockpile. So, like, wherever we're bringing the tetrahedrite to be converted into billen, we want to do that. We want a wheelbarrow for that, at the very least. And we'll probably have a couple more dedicated stone stockpiles, each one of which will ideally have a dedicated wheelbarrow. Indeed, let's set up here a little dedicated
All of those materials you could have made a wheelbarrow out of are just the ones available on the list, not the ones you actually got.
yes.
Hence Pickney's question.
I do not have adamantine, no. Merely that I could attempt to schedule a job to forge an adamantine wheelbarrow, which would not succeed because I have no adamantine. This should contain stone, specifically economic stone, specifically kaolinite. It should say kaolinite stockpile. It should have 1 wheelbarrow and no other things. Of course. Yes, more or less, it is indeed saying, would you like to make a kaolinite wheelbarrow? Well, you can't. Still don't quite understand why. Oh, is that wall? That wall is actually just the section that's 1 floor below the sea above. Similarly, those ones, whereas that square. Okay, why is that square? Why have I dug out that square then? Because that one is also under C. So probably it's safe for us to dig out further there. But possibly what we should actually do is go down another level to where there is less sea. I mean, there is some benefit in making an adamantine wheelbarrow. They are at least light, but really wood is much more sensible. Here comes a wheelbarrow. What are you doing with that wheelbarrow? Where are you going? I think that wheelbarrow is already assigned to a different... it's assigned to thing 4, and I don't think... Oh, actually, we can watch that wheelbarrow being taken away, can't we? There it goes. It's full of shale, which is apparently being... Have I got a... Oh, I've got a little non-economic stone stockpile up here, haven't I? For making things out of purposes. Like boring things. Meanwhile, the dwarves are lugging the kaolinite down here by hand because there aren't enough wheelbarrows yet. We do not need to dig out any cinnabar. We can't turn the cinnabar into anything useful. Right, someone is now making some bricks. Excellent.
I discovered today that cinnabar is also the name for a Git plugin that lets you clone directly from the kill repository.
I mean, okay, that's definitely top tier punning there.
Well, I have recently learned that the Korean for mercury is sueon, which means roughly water silver.
Yeah. That's both the planet and the element, isn't it?
No, the planet is I think Susong or Suson, I think, which is I think basically water planet.
Seems inaccurate.
Yes, but it is apparently the traditional Chinese association with Mercury. I mean, some of them are rather more obvious. Jupiter is the wood planet because, well, it's got grain.
Yes, okay.
Okay, apparently we couldn't carve a downward staircase somewhere. Where was that?
Possibly even the Great Red Knot.
Yes. It all looks okay there. Well, we'll worry about that later. An animal has grown to become a stray reindeer cow.
That's nice.
I haven't fixed the wording then.
Well, yes, probably still the problem that if you describe this animal thing, it says it's a stray reindeer cow. And you can't say the stray reindeer cow has grown to become a stray reindeer cow. This is one where you actually need, just before the event, to record the name of the creature. And then just after the event to say, and now it's a stray reindeer cow. Right, so we have several porcelain bricks. Well, okay, apparently 2 porcelain bricks, which is a curious number. I wonder if someone's moving them somewhere. Let's see what my stock thing says about bricks. Where do bricks appear anyway? Are they a kind of bar? Sadly, our bars list is entirely full of metal. No. Blocks, that's the place. Yes. Okay, maybe you only get... I think when you turn stone into blocks, you get 4 blocks for every stone. It looks like we only get 1 block for every kaolinite we feed in. So this is going to make building things out of it quite a slow process. Still, may as well get started. If I can find the build a thing button. Place, constructions, wall, select material. Let's start with walling off that staircase. Not that we can wall off very much of it because we've only got 2 porcelain bricks presently. But like that will demonstrate at least that we can build walls out of porcelain. Load of messages. Oh yes, that was an animal has grown to become a stray reindeer cow. Why are you showing that with a... Why is our stray reindeer cow inside the fort as well?
Because that's how stray it is.
Yes. Random that's goblin cap log pillar. Yes, there. Stray reindeer cow, tame. Don't think I can do this through here. I think I have to go up to the... No, still pressing the wrong buttons to move around in this game. Ooh. Ooh, someone is out hunting, given that there is a bismuth bronze bolt and a mutilated buzzard corpse here.
Buzzard corpse.
And a smear of buzzard blood. So I think somewhere around here, yes, there's my official pasture. So I should then be able to say add that stray reindeer cow to that pasture, which should help. Right. So it may have been a bit optimistic to dig out that entire floor because it'll take me a while to get enough porcelain to finish it. Right, we've finished making various things. A bunch of people are apparently out hunting buzzards, okay. And we're still short of fish. So yes, we do have a porcelain block pillar there though, which is nice.
I'm sure some dwarf will be very satisfied by this.
We have 2 porcelain block pillars. Should probably try to actually enclose a room now, I come to think of it. Now I need to actually check how many porcelain blocks I've got so I know how big the room should be. That's kind of inconvenient. So I have 4 porcelain bricks available, so we can... so B in L is now how you build a wall. So let's go for this one first because it actually needs the least closing. Oh, but of course 2 of my porcelain bricks are already built into a wall. Does the stocks menu actually tell me that in a way that I should have been able to notice? Box.
Porcelain into a wall.
Yes.
The Great Wall of China.
Yes, thank you.
Building ceramics at Woking Bay.
So I think this is unhelpfully not usefully telling me that 2 of those porcelain bricks are built into a wall and 2 of those porcelain bricks are available. Because apparently doing that would just be too useful. That is not a helpful piece of UI. I mean, like, I can obviously... Okay, that one's... yes, that one... I can go to them, but then I can't get back to the stocks page quickly to look at the next one. Oh, some bits of this UI are not very good. I mean, the old UI was terrible in its own ways, to be fair.
But you got used to idiosyncrasies.
What now? Oh, right, they're still having fun with... Right, this is how we get the combat log, which is now a little bit more readable than it used to be. Um,
The buzzard seems to be comprehensively losing.
well, yes, I think given buzzard versus dwarf with a crossbow,
Yes, I don't think the buzzard's quite got the idea that it's going to have to run up to the dwarf and attack at close range to have any chance at all. Or else, I suppose, escape vigorously.
there we are. Right, now we're finally digging out the space that I'm planning to use. I should work out what's going on with the fish. So let's have a look at have we like got some jobs scheduled for making wheelbarrows. We have. We're also making beds, of course. Right, so this is where we're going to set to work manufacturing some goblets. So what are we going to need? We're going to need a forge for making the goblets in, because goblets are made at a forge. I'm fairly sure. Yes. And then we're going to need a smelter. Think I'm not going to bother decorating these.
Don't open the room door on D50. Go somewhere else.
So I think I'll just
I didn't realise you had to bother decorating things. I thought that was just things the dwarf did whether you liked it or not.
well, if you schedule a decorate something job, they will tend to just find things and decorate them. But yeah, in general, they won't just do it spontaneously. Oh, I'm just noticed the words "drink none" up there. That wants fixing. Like probably initially just by making some. Like, we may also be out of barrels. Let's carefully pay attention to that one. You're still fighting the buzzard. There seems to be a fish problem. We've got lots of beds now. And an animal has grown to become a stray donkey, but they're doing that in the sensible place. Where are you going with that object?
Where are you taking that object?
You've decided to file that barrel over there instead, have you? Okay. Right, we've run out of things to cook. That's probably fine. Except that task is now stuck there in a... We're trying to do another 9 of them. Now it's... Yes, what I want to say is recheck this. There doesn't seem to be an option for, say, go out and check this right now and then thus suspend this entire work order. It's inconvenient. I mean, I can probably suspend the job, but then it won't unsuspend. Oh no, it's not currently scheduled, of course. Then it won't unsuspend properly. Right, so someone is trying to brew a drink. That's good. Merchants will be leaving soon. We have some wheelbarrows, which should help. Donkey. So let us construct down here Craft Dwarf's workshop, which we should have. Let's leave. Where should we? No, we should have a bit of space. Well, we're going to need enough room for 2 workshops and some supplies, and then we should have a bunch of space that we're planning to put the output in. So we'll have that there, and then no, not a Craft Dwarf's workshop. What are you on? We need a forge for making thing, and the awkward thing is metalsmith. I remember it taking me forever to locate that. Slight problem is that someone's left a load of shale all over the places where I'm going to want to build. Oh, I'm out of anvils because I only brought 1 anvil with me. Add new task. Other objects. Iron anvil. Right. Make it on our existing iron anvil. Why? What? Our iron anvil has an image of 2 dwarves in tiger eye. Okay.
Well, if we're lucky, it's not on the top surface.
It probably isn't. That would be a silly place to put it.
And dwarves would never do anything silly when it comes to decorating.
No.
It doesn't mention the spikes, it's fine.
Well, in that case, let's start constructing a smelter instead. Because we're going to want one of those. Oh, I seem to have plenty of blocks of various things. Let's okay, maybe making our smelter out of cinnabar is a bit silly.
This feels like we're going to get some really exciting industrial diseases. Fortunately, I think this is an action novel very much into the fortress.
Not at the moment, I believe.
Forgotten beasts.
I believe that that dwarves are currently immune to mercury poisoning. Yes.
Right, good.
Right, so then let's make ourselves a little stockpile here that will just take tetrahedrite. It's not really a useful search. Stone, metal ores, tetrahedrite. And it will, of course, have a wheelbarrow. And then we can link that to that smelter. That smelter will also, actually, let's name that. Tetrahedrite stock. That smelter doesn't actually exist yet. Okay, let's wait for that to be built. it should also be set to take from the coal stockpile, because otherwise it will not actually be able to smelt anything. Now, done. Then we can set a work order to, well, I mean, actually we may as well just set a repeating task, mayn't we? To have a smelt tetrahedrite ore. What I want is make billion bars using ore. Requires copper bearing stones. Doesn't like tetrahedrite qualify, or are you going to tell me there is even a tetrahedrite in the tetrahedrite stockpile that feeds this thing? So why can I not add a make billion bars from ore option? Oh, okay, well, let's try doing that under work orders, simply because that way, make billion from ore. Make infinity billion from ore. And then try to work out why that fails. Right, now the dwarves are shipping in tetrahedrite in an appropriate fashion. So I think it is actually safe to dig out this slightly damp tetrahedrite. But we'll find out very shortly when someone comes and does some mining. Possibly everyone is about to drown. And we're going to live. Hooray. Right, I'm going to assume that when we see damp near the sea, it's safe.
I assume pound sign icons that you're drawing are indicating where you want people to start pounding on the board?
Well, not really. The pound signs are used to indicate usually metal ores, though like cinnabar is marked with a pound sign even though it's not actually usable as an ore, because we can't actually have liquid mercury in this game. We really should be able to. Yeah, because this is damp tetrahedrite, I'm like having to micromanage the mining a little. Right, so we can't currently, needs silver bearing stones in linked stockpile. In what way is tetrahedrite not a silver bearing stone? We got some other, there is some odd rule that if you've got silver bearing stones other than tetrahedrite, then tetrahedrite doesn't count as a silver bearing stone. Or possibly the wiki is out of date. Let's have a look at our stocks. Have we got some weird other silver bearing stone? We've got plenty of shale. Shale is not silver bearing. Limonite is not silver bearing. Cassiterite is a tin ore. Cinnabar's a mercury ore. Tetrahedrite, gypsum, jet, kaolinite, microcline, and for some reason 1 unit of sandy clay. Yes, that's precisely what I'm trying to do, Pink Beast. 2 tetrahedrite should be smeltable to give 1 billion. It looks like we may have got beyond the edge of the sea there. So we can probably auto mine that vein now. I didn't say galena. I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned any galena. Well, let's try temporarily unlinking this stockpile from this smelter from its feeds to see if it can find any useful ore. I mean, maybe tetrahedrite is no longer officially a copper ore, silver ore rather. I mean, it would tend to produce silver nonetheless. I think we probably will have enough tetrahedrite soon. Let's wipe that out so that we can then see if it improves matters. They're still fighting. Merchants pissing off. We have struck sardonyx. Okay. And we've made our first 10 clay bricks. And we haven't yet run out of coal. So that means we should have 6 bricks in stock. So let's try to build a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can start. Actually, no, we'll just keep the other one and we'll use it for something later. And we'll build a bed in that room. And then we can turn that one at least temporarily into a bedroom. Right, it doesn't actually have all the walls I'd like it to have, but is that now damp limonite? Yes. Actually, we'll leave that for now. Tourmaline. Okay, so let's have a look at that. We haven't had a message cancelling the new Billen smelting job. It doesn't yet have anything. Happening about it. It looks like we've reached the end of that tetrahedrite vein. Do a bit of micromanaging mining of things over here. Because we're going to want some bituminous coal as well. Oops. Someone successfully made some billen out of something. Right, so they're currently fetching tetrahedrite and a second tetrahedrite. Right. I'm going to need to start forging these into things soon. Well, we appear to be doing perfectly well now, without tying things to a particular input stockpile, so that's probably fine. So have we managed to make that spare anvil yet? I did actually ask for an anvil to be made, didn't I? Yes, I've just scrolled all the way down into the depths. Yeah. Silly user interface. Right, there we are. Yeah, that's downwards. See, it was much more intuitive when you used less than and greater than to go up and down. Well, let's try to build a metalsmith's workshop. So we still don't have any anvil. Someone has got so good at mining that they're officially a miner now.
So I saw that you brought up an anvil making task and there was an add task button. I don't know if I saw you click it.
Okay, maybe I didn't. Right, let's try to do that then. I mean, I did it a little. So
Oh no, sorry, okay, it was the add new task button.
there is a forge iron anvil task. Right. I mean, this does kind of assume that I've got some iron, of course. Let's just check. Have I got any iron? Maybe that's why we can't forge anvils. No, we've got plenty of iron. Someone thinks they're doing the anvil. We've got some drink now. I should probably make sure we make more of that. Let's watch the person who's meant to be making the anvil. There they are. Hang on, no, there we've got an anvil. But someone is very, very slowly, because it's an anvil, hauling it to a stockpile. Well, it's probably fine to make a spare one, but...
You never know when you might not drop it on a marauding coyote.
For instance, yes. But if we just... I think we can still do the trick of temporarily forbid the anvil so that it gets randomly dropped in the corridor. Unforbid the anvil. Then before we unpause, schedule a job to build a forge with it. Continue our habit of building everything out of cinnabar down here. I'm sure it'll be fine. And mine out some more tetrahedrite. Oops, wrong button again. Oh, and mine out some more bituminous coal. Right, so you can see people run around bringing in more tetrahedrite to the to right next to the smelter, which means that the tetrahedrite doesn't have to be lugged very far. Of course, now someone has to bring that anvil all the way back down again, which will take a little while.
Just follow the force of gravity.
Yes. Sadly, I think dwarves, slightly surprisingly, insist on not just pushing the thing down the stairs. You cannot forge an anvil without an anvil. This leads to the interesting question, where did the first anvil come from? I think Dwarf Fortress lore has it that it was handed down to the dwarves by Armok himself, or something like that. There's some thread in the long ago in the forums of of someone who constructed a fortress that was called the First Anvil, and that had like an artifact anvil in the middle of it or something. Now we've got plenty of anvils. We've got too many now. All right, we've got someone back down here to build our new forge. Right, so I really want to do something about this pile of stones here, because they're in the way. Let's set up a temporary no, I want to create a new zone. Select a type to add a zone. Right, a temporary garbage dump zone here. And then no. Mark each of the lumps of stone that's in the way, because I think these would end up occupying the stockpile if we don't get them out of the way. Mark those for being dumped. Meanwhile, we should give this an infinite work order of Billen goblets. And then we definitely want a new stockpile here, whose sole thing is goblets made. Let's hope this is an and from Billen, and which takes from that forge I think that means and does not take from anywhere else. So actually it probably doesn't need to have a specific what it can hold. Oh, and which can use bins. It can. Let's hope that it can get bins even though they're not part of its destination. The mines are entirely full of dwarves. So much stuff going on. Right. They've done something with those rocks. I don't think they've taken them where I was expecting them to take them, but hey, whatever.
What would be the fun in playing this game if everything went where it was supposed to?
Oh no, maybe. Anyway.
Drink one.
Drink one, yes, thank you. Let us now remove that garbage dump zone because the garbage has been dumped somewhere. And then in between the... Is it really worth having? Yeah, it's probably worth having a stockpile. It'll make sure that that doesn't get clogged. A stockpile that will just take bars of Billen. In bins, and we can then say from that to that exclusively. Done exclusively. Meanwhile, let's mark out some more space for mining. Presume somewhere up above where I'm currently looking at, the dwarves are busy with that limonite mine. All right, but that's now all wet. Right. Oh, we should make that into a bedroom, shouldn't we? We can at least do that. Bedroom. We go 1 bedroom. What does 20 plus 0 mean, I wonder? Oh well. So presumably everywhere down here is a bedroom. Yes. Also all allocated, which is why we need more. Which is why I should say we want how much coal have we got? We've got plenty of coal. If I ask to make 100 bars of 100 porcelain bricks. Oh, are we still making porcelain bricks? If I actually set a... No, if I ask to make 100 porcelain bricks, this will not actually cause serious unhappiness. So let's just go add an order for all the porcelain bricks. Wouldn't it be nice if I could type this number? Maybe I can somehow. Could just have set it to infinity, I suppose, but I don't want to use all my coal making bricks. Right, we'll probably run out of kaolinite first, to be fair. So all this turns out to be hematite. Is it the red equal signs that are kaolinite then? I don't know, I haven't got any left. Right, yes. So actually, one place we can get plenty of kaolinite is by digging out the spare walls on the existing bedroom levels. Actually, can I do that's not damp wall, so can we just auto mine kaolinite, or is it not considered to be ore? It looks like it's considered to be ore. You have to be a bit careful not to accidentally end up mining. Don't auto mine there, Ben. Oh yes, we need to be a bit careful. We don't want to auto mine through the walls of anyone's bedroom. Let's do that section by hand. Right. We need that to be, of course, be linked to the coal stockpile as well, right. And we're probably short of empty bins on general principles, so let's make some more bins. And let's pay attention to the drink situation. Oh dear, we don't have anything we can ferment even. Right. Well, in that case, let's actually get ourselves a fresh water source so that the dwarves will at least not die of thirst. So, obviously the sea is not much use for this, but because I'm not an idiot, I've placed ourselves next to some rivers. So what we could probably do is to arrange to have a well, that accesses river water. The slightly tricky thing is ensuring that this doesn't also become a way that unfriendly people can swim into the fortress. And the awkward thing is that the natural level of the river water is rather high. Like, it's well above my fortress. I could try to arrange an automatic valve that lets in precisely the right amount of river water to fill a cistern as people use it up. I'm sure that wouldn't flood my fortress. I think it might be safer to try to build a well on the surface above the river, but then things might be able to swim in through it. I suppose we could arrange that it has a lockable door and hope for the best. So we could construct a small building up here. Let's cut down the tree that's in the way first. And then make a well in that. I mean, I suppose we could just start by designating it as a water collection area. Let's do that for now, so that the dwarves at least don't die of thirst because they don't think to get water. And then we'll put a wall around it and then build a well on top of it and so forth. There are kind of tooltips. Seb asks, can you make grates? Yes. I think that might be the right long-term approach. I can't remember if you can build wells on top of grates. Possibly you can. Let's start building some walls for this. Well area. I might want to make some more cheap rock blocks for making walls out of. Oh, didn't I have a ton of jet blocks around for some reason? Yeah, okay, we've got plenty of blocks. Build those 2 bits out of microcline for no good reason. And more walls, more walls. Don't make them out of the precious porcelain bricks or billen bars. Marcasite blocks are fine though. And a bit of cinnabar for flavour. Actually, we need to allow enough space that I can safely build a downward staircase, don't we? And a ramp so that I can actually construct a roof for this thing. And that one's temporary, so we'll just make that out of wood. That gap there is so that we can safely build that. Actually, that means we don't need to cut that tree down, doesn't it? The tree is actually safe. Let's undesignate that tree. Amber opal, you say? Can't immediately see it. So, someone seems to actually be making, oops, wrong person. Well, not wrong person. I meant to click on the building. To be making something out of some billen bars and some coke. So all being well, that will turn out to be some goblets. We do need, someone is making bins, aren't they? They're meant to be. So we're going to need quite a few bins to store all of this stuff. Out of drink again. Have we accidentally ended up cooking all our plump helmets or something? Because like I had a plump helmet farm and now I don't seem to have a plump helmet farm. Right, let's start harvesting plants from outside. Just get ourselves something we can turn into booze. What's that? Giant leopard gecko.
Sounds like it's escaped from Crawl. Crawl certainly has giant leopard geckos, which I think by definition quite dull.
Where's the thing?
When you have 2 animal names in apposition, but the second one is the actual type of creature. A leopard gecko is clearly a kind of gecko, not a
Indeed, absolutely.
But I wonder if there are any exceptions.
I've forgotten where. Somewhere there's the thing that actually gives you a description of the creature. I mean, we know that this giant leopard gecko has a strong tendency towards privacy. Health description. A large monster in the shape of a gecko. Helpful.
In the shape of a gecko. just a because it's like that. As I recall. It's not a whale, it's a killer.
Right, so now we can construct. We can no. We need the wall to be built first, and then we can start constructing a floor, a roof for our water source.
Neither a cat nor a pole.
I may have to do something about the fish situation. Why have we got no fish anyway? Is someone have we stopped fishing or something? We have a bunch of bill and goblets in there. Why are they not being put in the stockpile? Goblet Forge is meant to be supplying that stockpile. Goblet Forge thinks it's supplying the stockpile. Maybe just no one has got round to moving things yet. Everyone is kind of busy at the moment. Partly because they're up on the surface building the I drank water without a well. That's very annoying. Yes, we'll try to fix that. But at least you won't die. Meanwhile, we're harvesting carrots, among other things. Right, so let's start putting in some floors up here, so as to make it slightly less easy for random goblins to get in through this through the roof of this building. There may be a bit of a problem that there's a tree in the way. I think the giant leopard gecko is happily stuck on its side of the river. I mean, happily for me. Right, so now the dwarves are starting to put a roof on this thing. Now I think I should actually dig the staircase down to there. And we'll reopen that corridor and try not to accidentally expose it. So let's see, that room is 4 wide, so we should be able to put in 2 more columns of floor there, if we, assuming that the system will let us. Looks like it's happy with that. And then once we have that connected up down there, which we do, we can put in the last wall.
Sufficient?
Yeah.
Oops. Right, so that should then give us a room that is reasonably well isolated from the outside world. At least once the roof has been installed. Let's see if we can make some more booze now. Why are we not getting... Now it's made out of fish, which is fine. Let's just have a look at our...
Everything's made out of hagfish. You sure we're in the right game here? Bit dishonoured.
Yes.
Yes. I will be seeing some people tomorrow.
Right, yes, so... Yeah, we don't seem to have much by way of fruits at the moment.
Two outward journeys, there should be. Did I not do return journeys?
Say again?
Did I not do return journeys?
I don't know, I picked up what you gave me.
I did not do return journeys. Okay, Scrog got me to do that in the morning then.
I think they what the wrong things.
I've done insufficient things.
You bought.
Oh, right, we're running out of... Our billion stocks are lower than our...
You might get somewhere with. You might get somewhere with an animal that has a type of.
consumption.
Which has life cycle phases that sound like names of other things. For instance, if a nymph was a kind of animal, then a dragonfly nymph would meet by description because it's a kind of dragonfly, not a kind of nymph. But, alas, nymphs in the other sense are mythical, so it fails to qualify. But that kind of thing, right?
It looks like building a wall. The dwarves automatically remove the bits of tree around the the place where they're building, so as to give themselves enough space. Sorry, when building a floor. Right, so now in this place we have a small enclosed room over the end of the river, which currently doesn't have a well, but now we could try to remember what parts we need to build a well. We should probably also put a floor over that space. So, what should we make that out of? It doesn't really matter. Let's make it out of microcline. And then we're going to want a well. But we might let's wait for the wall to be built, the floor to be built first. Then it's going to turn out we can't like. What are you doing? Is that a gem you're carrying? Okay, that's fine. Yes, we don't mind. It looked like it might be bituminous coal, and we don't want people hauling bituminous coal up to the surface. That's just silly. Looks like our supplies of tetrahedrite are getting a bit low. Let's see if we can find any more tetrahedrite around. We may need to start exploring engaging in some more exploratory mining. Oh, I was complaining earlier that our sea didn't reach the edge, that our bay didn't appear to be open to the ocean, but it blatantly is. It's just open to the east, not to the north, which was where I was expecting it to be open. Right.
I'll come do it now, Ava, I remember, because I'm put that much charge.
We've got 2 out, so not 1 out and 1 out.
Yes.
Right.
Otherwise, sorry, that was quite confusing. I told you exactly what it was and how you could.
Right. So yeah, is that tetrahedrite? There's some tetrahedrite. Right. Well, we obviously can't mine that particular tetrahedrite because it would let the sea in. We can dig up towards it and we'll probably hit a tetrahedrite vein. Like, we aren't quite out of tetrahedrite yet. So I'm still concerned by this like shortage of fruit. Like, surely we should have. Oh, no one's actually harvesting anything. Maybe the dwarves are still too busy. Yeah, they are all doing things, so I think I've just given them too much work to do and they can't actually go out harvesting.
Check what we've got. They're looking at their sent. There should be 2 returns. Different.
So, I wonder where a well is then. Probably not a kind of trap, is it?
I don't know. I'll get the ones that you send me on the estate. It's made of sticks.
Oh, it's a kind of machine. Yeah, that's kind of sensible. So I need mechanisms. Right, that's not something that requires heat, so we'll build a mechanism workshop, whatever it's called over here. Meanwhile, we have struck selenite and anhydrite. That's nice. And we still can't make meals, yes. So build a workshop. Which should be. No, not. I want a workshop for making traps and other things, not a trap itself. Mechanics workshop. Looks like may as well go there. May as well be made out of jet blocks. So why are all these goblets stuck in this forge? Why have the goblets not been discharged into that stockpile? So there's something about the stuff that it's taking that turns out not to work. Oh, possibly we have to have all qualities so that it can actually take anything at all. And now someone's going to go, shift all of those objects into that stockpile. If we're lucky. Yes, there we go. People are storing things in the stockpile. We probably haven't got enough bins now. Can I, if I look in my stocks of bins, oh, quite a lot of the bins appear to be empty. So we can probably find a few bins before I need to actually make more. We just successfully made some bins. Right, so there's a convenient tetrahedrite seam vein. So let's set that mining so that we get more tetrahedrite. That miner is a very fast miner now. Are you legendary? No, still only Grandmaster miner, but... yeah, that tetrahedrite vein is going to be mined out pretty quickly. Still plenty of spare goblets in there waiting to be filed. All being well, once that stockpile is full of goblets, someone will go, oh, we should put them in a bin. So you're a talented metal crafter. I think I'm going to say that now you, my talented metal crafter, possibly some other people as well, but it is now your... we probably want a second person for... people do seem to keep bringing... oh no, that was doing it in the other direction, that's fine. So, oh, there we have a bin, which can now presumably be... someone will now probably set to work filling that bin with goblets. The reason our miner is actually not doing anything is because they're not. We have forbidden them to do any work that isn't mining. They've cleared out that tetrahedrite vein now. In addition to dealing with most of that kaolinite. We can mark that at least, and that. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matters a bit if we accidentally dig through people's bedroom walls.
I'll forgive you more easily than doing it on purpose, I suppose.
Sorry?
I'll forgive you more easily than doing it on purpose. Yeah, no problem.
Winter is upon you.
Do you have any goblets yet?
Goblets,
Yes.
lots.
Ah,
Give me a mo. Stocks. Fear.
51.
I thought. Oh, are they actually filed under goblets? Yes, goblets. 51 goblets, of which 6 are bronze, which are intended for the fortress's own use, and 45 are billen, which are intended for trade purposes.
On the grounds that they're paying you a percentage of the price, so the most expensive goblets you can sell them will give you the best.
Yes, billen is I think more valuable than bronze. Plus, like, we can make billen much more easily than bronze. We've used up most of our cassiterite already. So yes, we have exceptional billen goblet. Well, I mean, you say it's exceptional. Most of them are exceptional now. Oh, we're getting up to. All right, yes, that's exceptional. That's superior.
Happily, the Dwarven Department of Statistics is basing its norms on fortresses other than your own.
Yes. That alder bin is currently empty, but presumably someone at some point is going to fill it with goblets. When someone has a moment. Hooray, people are gathering plants. That's nice. Actually, let's exclusive our other miner because we don't have that much mining to do at the moment. Oh, what are those omegas? Jellyfish! We're still reasonably well off. Yes, we're making a phenomenal number of bricks, aren't we? How are the bricks going? Right, we've made like 10 of them. How helpful. Well, let's build some walls. Right, more walls. Sorry, I was thinking and not verbalising my thinkings. How many did I have left? It was like about 3. He says, marking out 4 things. 4. Excellent. Right. Lots of people are now out on the surface gathering plants. This will be helpful because it will... Fish. Bat ray. I mean, like, it may be winter, but it's not like it's snowing or anything. People are becoming herbalists by virtue of going fishing. Oh, right, someone's made some more fish. Excellent. Right, so let's have a look at our kitchen setup. It's not there, it's in there. And make sure that things that we might be plausibly be able to brew, which do not include... This type is not relevant to brewing because it's a fish. So ban our people from brewing, basically, from cooking basically anything that can be brewed. Fish you eat, plants you turn into booze. Apparently we don't have a way to make booze out of spinach. Are you planning to eat that? You're just hauling it, okay. So now I hope I can say, no, we still don't have any unrotten fermentable plant. What? Aha, right. Let's just set repeating brew drink jobs. We're beginning to run out of loose kaolinite, it looks like. So if we head down a level here, we can probably find some, can't we? No, not from there. What's going on? Staircases from there up to there. That'll do. And a hallway through there. I'm slightly confused by the way that digging a horizontal hallway has a symbol of a pickaxe. As any fool know, pickaxes are used to dig diagonally downwards. Why can I see that square? Oh right, because I had to build that wall. There's probably actually more kaolinite available round there as well, isn't there? What's going on there? There's a tiny little saltwater pond that's quite deep. All of my miners busy doing other things. Yes, because I've told them they're allowed to do other things. And so they're going, let's do some other things. It's curious. Why are those not being put in bins? It's some silly thing, like because it doesn't take from anywhere that has bins. It can't do it. Let's temporarily allow it to take from anywhere and see if that improves matters. We suddenly get a slew of place object in bin jobs. Aha! No, but an object has been moved from that stockpile now. And the bin contains some goblets. Right, good. People are at least thinking about putting the goblets in bins. Maybe because I detached that take rule, which is probably safe because that, if I've got that stockpile configured right, it will only take bill and goblets. Oh, we were trying to build a well, weren't we? That's probably more mechanisms than we need, but still. I think I'm going to take my legendary miner back to only being allowed to mine. Right, we've got some walls there. Let's build another bed, get at least one more. Bedroom available. We can probably actually build some more walls and fill in some more of that. No, not furniture. Construction wall. Here we do only have 2 more bricks available. Still, that's 2 more bricks. Oh right, is this all damp because it's... Oops. Underneath the sea, yes. I have to confirm every bit of digging in that direction, which is going to be a bit slow. I wasn't looking for limonite. Tried to find some kaolinite. Thank you, Jacob, for researching fermentation of spinach. Ah, we finally managed to actually mine some kaolinite. Now I need to be a little bit careful not to accidentally open this to the sea. You've struck bloodstone, apparently. Sadly, that means we don't get so much kaolinite. But we've got a decent amount of kaolinite out there. I don't think it's worth digging any further east here. I think then what we want is to try to mine out the kaolinite over here. Oh no, of course it is safe to go up to people's walls because it's only newly revealed stone that gets auto-mined. Right, so we've now got a bed there, so we can mark that as a bedroom. Now we off for bricks. I can't tell because it won't tell me how many of the bricks are in use. It's just inconvenient. I have to like say, build me a wall. And then it'll tell me whether there's anything I can build it out of. Okay, and I have 2 more after this, which is conveniently just enough to fill in that gap. I think the reason I keep pressing escape when I shouldn't. Hang on, that's not the right place for that wall. I think, oh right, I have to right click, I have to click on that and choose cancel, don't I? Correct place for that wall is 1 square south of there. Right. Reason I keep pressing escape is because that's often how you get out of paused states in the old dwarf fortress. We've struck limonite, yes, but we've got plenty of limonite. Actually, I should probably be making some more armour, shouldn't I? like this forge. Actually, we'll do it. Should be making not quite that many. Five pairs of high boots. And an option for like sorry, actually it's that one I'm interested in, isn't it? Is there an option for this one? This place only does things for this. No, I don't think there is. Oh well, let's just add more work orders through here then. Oh, we can turn off general work orders on here, right? I see. Go there and we go, what? Oh, we click on work orders and then we set, what's that button do, I wonder? Oh, that's how you can type things. Excellent, right. No general work orders are allowed on that in that thing, and then we can just schedule things through the normal work orders. And we can go iron gauntlets, 5 pairs, and iron helms, 5 iron helms. They don't seem to have assigned themselves the underwear I was hoping for, which is a bit weird. We've probably got, have we now got enough stuff to build a well? It was a machine, wasn't it? Yes, right. Let's make it out of porcelain with a bucket and a rope and a mechanism. Because that will cheer the dwarves up a bit. And we can install a new bed there. And that can become a bedroom. I mean, those bedrooms don't seem to have been claimed yet, so we're clearly not very short of bedrooms. There is an argument I should... I thought I wasn't... Oh dear, it looks like you do end up accidentally digging through people's bedroom walls. Okay, well, let's hope we can make some more bricks. Right, that bin is now full of goblets, which is good. We have bins full of Billen bars as well, I think. Yes, there we go. So this will avoid anything getting clogged up with, well, okay, getting very clogged up with goblets at least. And the drink situation is getting better. Yay! We have cherry wine and sand pear cider and turnip wine. I'm sure turnip wine is good. Right. If I hit update equipment, will that cause them to start allocating more objects, do you think? Let's try it. Doesn't seem to have helped much. Oh, what is... Ah, I should have it set to uniform replaces clothing, of course. Right. That might work, or it might lead him to forget to put any clothes on. Her to forget to put any clothes on. Yes, it might well be a bunny. Presume you mean that one. Right, there's really no shortage of kaolinite over here, is there? How are we off for blocks? Let's just try building a wall and seeing if I've got any. And the slightly odd situation of desperately trying to repair my the damage caused by my mining operations. By no, stop mining out that. What are you doing? Stop it! You're knocking down everyone's bedroom walls. Zunti Asmel Zalis has made a masterpiece bill and goblet, indeed 2 masterpiece bill and goblets. Yes, it is fairly late. Plus, it's quite warm running Dwarf Fortress on this laptop. Oh, we're running out of barrels. Are we off for wood? Are we going to have to actually chop down some more trees? Not yet. But let's actually make... No, because we want to keep our kiln for making bricks. We should perhaps start designating a particular person for... Make 10 wooden barrels to help us with our supplies for this job. Because I think one of our problems is that lots of different people are doing it. So let's see. We need to add a new work detail. potters, which will be entitled to do, I hope it's called pottery. Pottery. Oops. That ended up on there, yes. And what I really want is to know who here is a really good potter, but I have no idea. And sort by profession, but that's rather too high a level. I wonder what that cat is then. Let's turn my glassmaker into a potter because I'm sure those are transferable skills. Continue to try not mining through bedroom walls. Got any porcelain bricks? We have one porcelain brick. Well, we can use that at least to close that embarrassing hole in a wall. So yes, I think it used to be that auto mining would stop if it hit a square that you already knew about. And now it looks like auto mining will quite happily go straight through squares you already knew about and keep mining into everyone's bedrooms. Which is like unhelpful. Still, our engraver is probably learning pottery, which is probably good for them. Meanwhile, we are trying to patch up the bedrooms. So I should probably, I think we're now, ooh, we've got a spare porcelain brick, excellent. Like, you know, these bedrooms are getting better as a result of my giving them new walls, knocking down their old kaolinite walls and replacing them with porcelain ones, but it would be nice if I'd done it in a slightly more controlled fashion. Right, still can't get the keys right. So that kaolinite mine is got more than enough kaolinite for anything we might plausibly want, hasn't it? So I think we can thus just keep making porcelain bricks. I mean, the problem, if anything, we're going to run out of coal first. But like, there's another bituminous coal seam over there. Actually, let's... It's going to be painful though, because this is all under the sea, so we're going to get cancellation, spam all over the place. No, not in automated mode, ordinary mode. Carefully don't go through the wall into the sea. Oh, is that? Oh, there's some actual known bituminous coal there, also under the sea, but... Can we build some more walls? So many messages. Oh, we're still short of barrels. Do we still have an ongoing order to make barrels? We do. So that should sort itself out. What are you wearing, Militia Commander? You seem not to have bothered to put on your light underwear. You managed to get some boots and a mail shirt. But like you haven't... Why have I got shoes? Surely I should have put sock. Possibly we need to put these in the correct order. No, but tunic was before shirt. Maybe you insist that these clothes belong to you, but they're your civilian clothes and therefore you refuse to wear them for military purposes. And I'm going to have to make some special military clothes for you. Right, that cluster of kaolinite is mostly mined out, apart from the bits that have turned out to be people's bedrooms. So that's nice. Still think your bedroom's great, even though we've knocked down all its walls. That's nice. She is blissful after sleeping in a great bedroom. The fact that it has no walls is, well, only some walls, is apparently not a big problem. Right, so let me see if I can... I mean, actually, our coal situation is not too bad. It looks like we may be running out of tetrahedrite again. me have another quick wander around the map and see if we know of any more tetrahedrite. So that's kind of greyish pound signs. There's some there, but that's keeping the sea out, so we can't use that. Similarly there. So yes, I think our current situation is that we don't know of any more tetrahedrite veins. So we are probably going to need to go out and find some. By out, of course, I mean in, down. This seam of coal is at least shortly going to actually get beyond the sea above it again, which will be nice. Does that mean we can probably auto mine it? That will find us yet more kaolinite. And it turns out that's the end of the seam. Not quite, no. So we can then mark those two squares for auto mining. I mean, that one's hunting for more bituminous coal, but we don't actually appear to have a shortage. Oh, we've reached the end of that vein now. Right. I think we should stop soon, because right now I'm just... Where are you taking that goblet? Oops. Hauling a bill and goblet away from the place where the bill and goblets are meant to be. That's not how things should be. Oh well. Right, well, I think things are doing all right. We have drink again. We also probably have a well. Have we built the well? The well is operational. Excellent. Let's just have a look at why some of our people are not very happy. That seems pretty happy. Why is your happiness level down at whatever that is? Content. Okay, it looks like no one is seriously unhappy anyway, which I mean is obvious because they're all in the top half of that chart. And mostly, if people are annoyed about anything, it's about not being able to drink water, about having to drink water and do it not from a well, which is like, okay. Right, let's just polish off a few more things. Got 4 more after this, so let's do another wall. There. Anything good I can do with 2. Right. So that at least will close that bedroom off again. And like what I want to do eventually is to dig out most of this kaolinite and replace it with porcelain. It's just like taking a little while. Also, I need to work out what on earth is going on with your clothes. Oh, you appear to be wearing sensible clothes now. Oh no, you're mine. Are you married? Oh, maybe you're married to the person who's not wearing sensible clothes. So why can I... Yeah, oh, I don't know. Anyway, I think I should now stop for the night, and we will return on Sunday, I expect, for some more of this. And until then, I will say good night. Good night.